Yeah, good morning, my dear children.
Morning, ma'am.
So, in previous session, in previous class, we came across about the Prohibition of Child Marriages Act 2006. Okay. So, according to this act, we discussed few points. The male person who is whose age is about 21 years, if he is marrying a baby girl whose age is below 18 years, will be punished by the court of law. What is that punishment if any 21 years boy is marrying below 18 years of age? How many years he will be kept in prison?
2 years.
For 2 years. And some penalty he has to pay in the court of law.
1 lakh.
Very good. So 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh amount of rupees he has to pay in the form of penalty by marrying a girl whose age is minor girl, nothing but minor. The girl's age below 18 years, they will be treated as, they will be considered as minor girls. And if they crossed after 18 years, the girl and boys will become major. And boy's age is 21 years. So what I mean to say here, yesterday we came across that the boy whose age is 21 years, if he is married below 18 years of age girl, definitely he will be kept in prison for 2 years, and as he has to pay in the form of penalty for the amount of how much? 1 lakh rupees. Even parents also will be punished if they forcefully they'll marry their baby girl below age of 18 years. So what I said even yesterday, if once the child marriage is stopped or removed or abolished, the entire responsibility should take by that man till further she gets the marriage. Okay. So these are all the points we covered in the previous session. Now, yesterday also I said that if any baby girl will marry before 18 years of age, definitely and probably she is going to face certain problems. She is going to face certain problems. Consequences, I said. Consequences means nothing but problems she is going to face. Mentally, she'll become very weak. She doesn't know what is her family life, what is marriage. If any person is forcefully marrying below her age, forcefully she is going to throw her into the family system. Okay, so in olden days, what happens, on the name of marriage, even the girl child are going to be trafficking and they are going to be sold to the other countries also. దుబాయ్ దేశాలకి పిల్లల్ని అమ్మేశారు, విక్రయం చేశారు అంటారు చూడండి. దట్
Yeah, like
will happen.
I heard about women trafficking.
Yeah, women trafficking, exactly. So women trafficking is nothing but if any child is, if other country people will demand child to take to make them work in their factories. So what will happen here? They are going to export from one country to another country. uh, Simply they cannot take girls from the other country. So what kind of process? The one and only marriage. Okay, so that Dubai sheikh or any person will come from the abroad, they'll marry a girl child and they'll change even the certificates also, the date of birth and everything they'll change, only to after taking to their country, they are not going to maintain that girl in their own family. They are going to sell that girl to the other families or other countries by taking, they want to use in different ways. They want to use in different ways, like prostitution is also one of the process where a woman is forcefully thrown into certain kind of life where they are not supposed to, prostitution in Telugu we can call it as Veshya Vritti, but what is prostitution in further classes you'll come to know very clearly about that. So these are the consequences. And in addition to that, if any baby girl is marrying before 18 years of age, she doesn't know what is the family system, she doesn't know what is the sexual life. Forcefully that girl will become a pregnant, girl will become pregnant. So, being at very early age, if any girl is becoming pregnant, sometimes it is very harmful even to her health also. So the baby growth will not be in a proper way, because she herself is not in a stage where every changes have been made in her human body. Okay, when that girl is not ready for everything, how can she give a birth to another other baby? Okay, when proper system, when metabolism, when mechanism, what all the changes have to change in a human body, especially in a girl's body, that changes will not be happen before going to change all those changes in a body. Parents are getting marriage before the 18 years of age. So at very young age, when girl is becoming a pregnant, when girl is forcefully entered into the family system through sexual harassment, so finally that girl will become a pregnant, and before the time of the birth, uh, deliveries will happen. Sometimes it may harm even the mother's health also, and even abortions also will happen. Abortions means what? In those days, if parent or grandparents, head of the family or grandparents, or old, in olden days elders, if they come to know that in mother's womb there is a baby child, they are going to abort that child before coming into this world. భ్రూణ హత్యలు అంటారు తెలుగులో. అంటే ఆడపిల్ల అని తెలిసిన వెంటనే అబార్షన్ చేసేస్తారు. హౌ అ బేబీ విల్ బి అబార్టెడ్? బై గివింగ్ సమ్ ఇంజెక్షన్స్, or nowadays those injections has come, but in olden days, forcefully, the food which we are not supposed to take, they used to give some kind of food where easily a baby can be aborted. So this is also a crime. This is also a crime. So these are all the consequences are going to be faced by a girl child who's getting married before 18 years of age. Man will be good at his place, as I said. Ultimate sufferer. Who is the ultimate sufferer here? The girl child. Okay, so these are the main consequences. If I go through with an example, you may clearly understood what is you may clearly understand what is child marriages, why we are not supposed to go with a child marriage. In your textbook, one example has been given. Okay, so if you go through that example, then definitely you'll come to know the exact content of abolition or prohibition of child marriage. Okay, there is a district where Kavita, her name is, and her age is 12 years. Okay, her age is 12 years, and her father's name is Nancharaya. What is her father's name?
Nancharaya.
What is the age of Kavita's age?
12 years.
12 years. So is she supposed to, is the age to go to school or not?
Yes.
Yeah, so already in previous chapter we came across that 6 to 14 years the government has to give primary education with free of cost to this age group of people, and the parents' utmost responsibility to look after their child, whether she is going to school regular or not.
Yes.
This is the main responsibility of a parent, and they have to look after that.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
here what is the age of Kavita? 12 years. What is her father's name?
Nancharaya.
Nancharaya. So here what happened? They belong to Rangareddy village of Mehboob Nagar district. So this parent belongs to which district? Mehboob Nagar district, and they are living in Rangareddy village. So Kavita was studying in class 7th in an upper primary school. So she is into which class? Kavita is into which class? 7th class.
Okay.
Kavita is into which class? 7th class. So she stopped attending school because her marriage was fixed. So all of a sudden, Kavita stopped going school. Okay, what is the reason behind that? Because her marriage was fixed. So the school people waited for few days and they wanted to know why Kavita is not attending school. So immediately they visited her house. This was informed to Mamidipudi Venkata Rangaya Foundation. So when school people came to know that Kavita's marriage was fixed at the age of 12 years, there was one foundation who is against the child marriages.
Okay.
Who is against the child marriages. So what is that organization foundation name? Mamidipudi Venkata Rangaya Foundation. They informed to that MVF members. So the volunteers of MVF went to her house along with the members of Child Marriages Prevention Samiti and discussed about the child marriage in the presence of village elders. So when these MVF foundation came to know about that Kavita's marriage was fixed and she was stopped to come to school, immediately they went to that village and along with the child marriage prohibition team, one team will be there where they can counsel the parents. If you marry your daughter below 18 years of age, what kind of problem she is going to suffer, there will be a counseling means nothing but they the responsibility of that committee is to create an awareness about the upcoming consequences if any girl is marrying before. Not only for child marriages, even for few rehabilitation centers are there in even in Hyderabad. Wherever you go, everywhere you can find one rehabilitation. What is the meaning of rehabilitation center? Suppose take for example, if any person is badly addicted to alcohol, బ్యాడ్లీ అడిక్టెడ్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఒక వ్యసనం లాగా తయారై దానికి బానిస అయిపోతారు, తాగడం ఆల్కహాల్ ఆర్ స్మోకింగ్ ఆల్సో యూ కెన్ టేక్. సో పేరెంట్స్ వాంట్స్ టు stop their own child by taking alcohol or smoking. So one day or the other, definitely that parent decided to keep their own child into rehabilitation center. So by taking a child, keeping a child in rehabilitation is not enough. There will be a team where they will counsel that boy or girl, whomever they are according to their bad habits. They'll counsel that child, they'll counsel the people what kind of problems you are going to face if you are going with so on and so forth. If you consume alcohol, if you take alcohol regularly, if you smoke, what kind of diseases are going to attack in your body, they'll give a clear picture. Okay, if he or she wants one more new life, hardly we are having only one life. Human life is only a great life where we are getting a chance to live happily on this earth only for one time. Again and again we are not going to take a birth as a human. Okay, so we have to protect ourselves as much as possible. As I said, most of the things are in our hands only. How to protect, how to avoid, what to follow, what not to follow, everything will be in our hand. Okay, so in the same way, even there will be a committee where a person can counsel the people. If you are being married at the age of below the age of 18 years, what kind of problems you are going to face, they'll they'll make them to sit in one place and they'll discuss with the total family about the problems where they are going to face in future if you are going with certain things. So the same way MVF volunteers went to that Kavita's house along with the committee to counsel the parents and everything. Later on, the MVF volunteers went to the local priest. Priest means what? Pujari. What is the meaning of priest? Pujari. So later, when they discussed in front of village elders and everything about when they came to know that Kavita's marriage was fixed, they went with one team and they discussed in front of the village elders. So these MVF volunteers, they went to village priest and he repeated that when Kavita's parents came to him with the request of fixing the date, he asked for the date of birth certificate on ration card. Okay, so they went to the priest. Why they went to the priest? Why they went to Pujari? To fix the marriage date. To fix the marriage date. So when he asked to show his ration card, so on our Aadhaar card and ration card, our date of birth also will be clearly mentioned. According to that only, we can analyze what is the exact age of the people, what is the exact age of the student or a child, whatever you take. Okay, so here also when priest is requesting him to show his ration card, Nancharaya avoided. Nancharaya avoided. They did not show any of them and they did not come back to him. The volunteers came to know in the enquiry that the bridegroom, Damarla Chinna Satyam, age 23, son of Ramaya, had not even completed primary education. Okay, so the girl, the Kavita, a person who is going to marry a person, the boy, Even he also did not completed his primary education. After 2 days, when the MVF volunteers went to Kavita's house, they were busy with marriage arrangements. So after 2 days, what happened? MVF volunteers went to Kavita's house, and Kavita's house family members are busy with what?
Marriage.
Marriage arrangements. Busy with the marriage arrangements. They tried to persuade them not to perform her marriage at such an early age when she is meant to study and still a minor. So these MVF volunteers requested a lot with the family members of Kavita that she is not supposed to go with the marriage as her age is to go to school, and that too she is a minor but not a major girl. Kavita's father said, "You say many things, but we have another daughter. How can I arrange the marriages?" So, when the team is making Nancharaya to understand not to go with the marriage, simply straight away he said that you'll say 101 things. You'll say a lot of things to us. No, you have to do this, you have not to do this and that. But I have two daughters. If I perform marriage of elder daughter, then only I can do the second daughter's marriage also. Okay, so as they were not convinced, the volunteers went to Tahsildar, Sub Inspector of Police, Child Development Program Officer and informed them about the same. So even after requesting lot of time, even after requesting many times by MVF volunteers, that is foundation members, Nancharaya was not ready to listen them and he wants to perform his daughter's marriage at any cost. So finally what they did, they went to Tahsildar. Okay, they went to Tahsildar and later on they went even to the police constable to place a complaint against Nancharaya that he is going to do so and so. Okay, so a few people belonging to the bridegroom side also came there and said, "We have finished all the arrangements. Why do you stop now?" SI explained to them, child marriage is an offense. Encouraging child marriage is also a crime. After counseling the parents of the bride and bride bridegroom, they agreed to cancel the child marriages. So here, why I read this example to make you to understand very clearly. So even after requesting by the MVF volunteers, the Samiti child prohibition of child marriages Samiti also explained them a lot. They did not listen, they complained against them, and then later on the police sub inspector explained them very clearly, if you are going to perform your daughter's marriage, you will be punished very seriously, and even that boy also will be punished for 2 years, imprisoned for 2 years, and they have to pay how much amount they have to pay in the form of penalty?
1 lakh.
1 lakh rupees. So after listening all these things, finally they stopped doing child marriage of their daughter. So this is one of the best example to make you to understand why we have to stop abolition, why we have to abolish or stop or remove this child marriages in the society. That's all for today's session. See you in the next class. Okay, so please go through what all the points we discussed in today's class. After going home, take out your textbook and read the total lesson thoroughly. If you have any doubt, come back to me. I'm there to guide you. Okay, bye bye.